Welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about all the things that I knit and crochet. I hope you have something warm to drink and that you have on a cozy sweater and you're ready to start, because I am. Alright, I have notes, so I'm going to be very efficient today. So we will start with the Ever After dress. This is a top down. This is a design of mine. And I knit this for my youngest granddaughter, Blake, who will be 3 in the spring, and I think this will be big on her. But it is a top-down raglan style, the bodice, with a faux belt, and then the skirt is knit with 1 strand of Suri silk alpaca, or you can just use a strand of silk mohair, or 2 strands of silk mohair, 1 strand of Suri silk. And then the lace bottom is knit with the same yarn as the top, which is a fingering weight sock yarn, and it has these fluttery sleeves. I may have already shown you this, but as a work in progress. This design is now being test knit, and that will finish up in about December. So yeah, stay tuned for this. I think it's a sweet little dress-up dress. I only had this much yarn left from that dress, so that did take almost a full skein. Speaking of grandkids, the next item is for, I think it's for my granddaughter Charlie if it fits her. But this is the Love Note by Tin Can Knits, and I loved knitting this so much. So this is a paid for pattern. It's about $8. I bought it on Ravelry. It comes in multiple sizes from baby all the way up to grown adults. And it has a top-down construction with the yoke and some raglan shaping, which makes the fit really nice. And then there's this lace pattern here, which I always struggle a little bit with lace, so this was no exception. I did make one mistake on the back, but it's not that noticeable and I can fix it. The sleeves are 3/4 length. The only thing that I modified in the pattern was that you were supposed to do a provisional cast on and then do the neck later, and I didn't want to do that because I struggle with provisional cast-ons, to be honest. So what I decided instead was just to start with a crochet cast-on because I knew it had to be loose, and then just do my knit 1, purl 1 ribbing right after that, and then just go right into the yoke. So this was fast because it's knit with fingering weight yarn with mohair, so you hold them double. You're using a US 7 for the trim, you know, the ribbing, and then like a 10 for the body. So knitting what's essentially a DK weight yarn with 10 needles is really quick, and this flew by. I just took it off. It was just blocked. I didn't use mats, so I was just going to say I just took it off the blocking mats, but I didn't use blocking mats. I just laid it flat, but I just took it off the floor this morning, and it smells so good. It smells like jasmine because of the soap that I blocked it in. So yay! I will be participating in a knit along. My first knit along that I've my second knit along that I've done. First one was a make along, and we are going to be knitting the adult version of the Love Notes. If you're interested in that, I hope you'll join along. This is being put on by a friend of mine, Marie from Old Time Knits. She has a podcast. You've got to check it out. And she is doing the knit along with another knitter, which I'll make sure I add the information. And I decided to join along and be a participant. So yeah, we're going to cast on New Year's Day. Well, I'm sure you can choose. They are not going to have a lot of rules, but all of that is being sorted out right now. But I'm really looking forward to it. I have my yarn picked out. I'll have to show you the next episode. Next finished object are a pair of Christmas socks. Here they are. I love them so much, and they fit me really, really well. These were knit. Let's see here. These were knit with Westyorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply, which is 75% wool, 25% nylon, and out of that wool content, 35% of that is BFL. It comes in 437 yards, and I still have a lot left. So this will definitely make a pair of shorty socks or kid socks. So I may do matching kid socks for Christmas. I don't know if I'll have time though. But these were so much fun to knit. I love self-striping yarn. It makes it go by so much quicker. And these were cuffed down as I always do my socks, but they do have a traditional heel flap and gusset and not a magic heel. And I turned to the Crazy Sock Ladies tutorials on YouTube to help me through it. Took me a while, but I got it, and I'm proud of these. They fit so well. And I used a US 1.5 9-inch circ, which, if you've been watching this podcast for a while, you will know that I don't really care about using 9-inch circs. But I did, and once I got past the cuff, they didn't hurt as much, and I really got used to them. So when I got to the heel, I switched back to my DPNs though. But these were so much fun. They're just a vanilla sock. There's no real pattern to them. Okay, the next finished object, I believe I have already shown you. Yes, I have the other versions of the hat that I knit. I showed you one last time in a hand spun yarn as well, in a blue. And then 2 of these, one in this size small and then one in a very tiny one. Well, now I have also knit up a size large sample. This one actually has my little leather, my handmade leather acorn tag on it. I made a bunch of them, so I'm going to be offering them when I offer up the hat pattern. So I am calling this Broken Stones, named after the colorway of the yarn, and it is being edited right now as we speak. So if you're interested in test knitting this hat, please reach out because I could use some test knitters. I have a few, but I need some more. The yarn that I used for this hat is called KnitCrate's Vidalana Ascendance. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous sport weight yarn in a, it's called chain ply, in this colorway, which is called Broken Stones, hence the name of the pattern. And I had run out of this yarn and had to find more, and I couldn't find it anywhere until I looked on Ravelry's D-Stash. And a lovely woman there had 3 skeins. She only charged me $8 each plus shipping, which I jumped on that because I would love to use this yarn for other things as well. And yeah, I wouldn't mind making, now I need to make this hat in medium, so that should fit me. This is just too big for my head. This is too small. I'm thinking somewhere in the middle, there's a medium that's just right for me. It's like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. All right, let me check my notes because I don't want to miss anything. Vidalana yarn in the hat sample, the Ever After dress, the Christmas socks. Ooh, I know what's next. Hold on, I have to grab it. It's over here. Ooh. Okay, this is the Birds and Ships Cowl by Caitlin Hunter. This is a pattern I bought a while ago. I think it's a year, but it could be more. It could be 2. Time means nothing to me right now, so. And it's a top-down cowl. It starts out flat, and then you knit it in the round. The back is really neat. It has this beautiful lace center, and I used some knit Picks Stroll. I don't remember the colorway though, but it's this cool gray self-striping kind of color. I put it on for you even though I have on this bulky sweater because it's chilly out here in the little cabin. But let's see. There we go. It's so easy because it's not too bulky. You just put it on. You don't have to worry about it falling off, or, you know, you're out shopping. You don't have to worry about your scarf. So I love this. Really happy with it. I think I used a US 4 needle, and it is fingering weight sock yarn. What else can I show you? All right, I have, again, I need to refer to my notes as I age because I can't remember anything anymore. I think that's it. Oh, I do have a work in progress to show you. That's right. So, Kelly, daughter, if you're watching, please turn this video off because you cannot see your Christmas gift. So go away. Go away. Mom's orders. My friend Charlotte Stone asked if I would like to receive a copy of her book when she released it, called Charming Colorwork Socks. It's a beautiful book. I absolutely love this book. And I knew I wanted to knit a pair of socks from this for my oldest daughter, Kelly, who is a huge chicken lover and has a ton of chickens that she raises for their eggs. So I wanted to make the socks in here called Eggs for Easter. And this is in the holiday section of the book, or special occasions, I think she calls it. I'm going to try not to show you. I'm going to probably just pop a picture up instead, but in case I can't figure it out, this is sort of what they look like. They are eggs, obviously with chickens at the top. And I didn't have any dark blue yarn, but I did have some light blue that I had dyed with indigo some time ago. Here's the yarn. It's a real pretty blue. And happily, for indigo, I'm very surprised, but it's not rubbing off on my hands whatsoever. Not even a tiny bit. The other colors that I'm using in this sock pattern are, this one was naturally dyed with some onion skin, and then this was a commercial yarn in red and an undyed in the cream white. So those are all the colors it takes. And it is a cuff down sock construction. Started with a twisted rib, went right into the chickens. They still need to have their gullet and their beaks duplicate stitched on after. So then after that we went right into the heel flap and gusset. Again, I'm doing a traditional heel, and now I am on the foot. They look big. My daughter's got larger feet. They're size 11. She's tall, so I hope they fit her, but they might be a little loose. They might just end up being like around the house cozy Christmas chicken socks. But I hope she loves them, and I hope I have as much success on the second heel because I struggle. The crazy sock lady has helped me get through the Christmas socks, and Charlotte's helping me get through these because her instructions are so helpful. She gives you all these tips on how to work color work on a small circumference because it's different than doing it on, say, a yoke of a sweater. Like, for example, I'm using DPNs, right? And when you go around the corner, you should never, she said, catch your float there. Just let it be loose. She says you don't need to catch your floats nearly as much as you think when you're knitting socks. And so I took her advice. So, but I'm really, really happy with how they're coming out. They're a little puckery, and I'm just hoping that that will all block out with a good bath. Chicken socks. And I'm using brand new needles because I got tired of all my mishmash of other TPNs and broken ones. So I bought some Knitter's Pride Zings. I'm not sure if you can see this one, but it's metal with gold in the center. And so far, these are US ones. So far, I am loving the experience of knitting with these, and I'm going to get the other sizes for socks. So that's been super fun. Reading through this book, there's so many beautiful sock patterns in here, guys. You really should check it out. This is the yarn that I naturally dyed last month for my patrons, and it was fun because I used white birch inner bark. So not the white paper on the outside, but the inner, I think it's called the phloem, and the bark itself is gorgeous. I found it on the trails that we ride on. There had been some trees cut down. And this is actually the color of that bark. It looks so similar to the bark itself. I'll try to put in pictures if you can't see it well on the camera, but it's gorgeous. It was a long process. This one took days and days because I just kept like letting the dye bath set and do its magic for 24 to 48 hours each time. So it took some time, but it was fun. So now I'd like to just have a little chatter, a little chit chat. Something really exciting happened to me in October, at the end of October. So I have been communicating with a woman named Marie, and she lives in another town in New Hampshire. She lives about an hour and a half, probably not even that far, but almost an hour and a half away. And we've just communicated throughout the years. She's supported the podcast for all 5 years that I've been on YouTube, and she's just wonderful, and we decided it was time to meet. She started a YouTube channel herself, Old Time Knits. I'll make sure I put the link down in the show notes, so you've got to go check that out. She's got about 5 or 6 episodes up, and they're excellent. She's amazing. So she came over to my house, and I got to meet her, and we hit it off like so well. Instantly, we had so many things in common, so many connections. It was like I've known her my whole life. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. We just had so much fun, and we brought each other little gifts. She brought me she got these at the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival. This little sheep, she thinks I'm showing, which is so sweet. And look how pretty. And then this gorgeous mini skein. I think this is either sport weight or DK weight. I can't remember. I'll put the information in the show notes. But anyway, we had the best time and became instant best buddies. And then her and her husband Michael came over again on just Sunday, not very many days ago, and we had another amazing visit, and we got to knit together, and it was just beautiful. And I never expected to find a knitting friend or a friend with so many common interests living in the middle of the woods in the middle of nowhere, but I did, and I'm so grateful. And it was such a pleasant surprise. So we will be seeing much more of each other, I'm sure. I think that's it. It's been so nice talking with you. It's been really cold, so that's why we've got the fire going. And I'm recording from the tiny cabin because Marie had mentioned that she missed seeing me record from here, and I did too. I loved recording from this little cabin. It's so cozy, and I can talk as much as I want, as loud as I want, and no one's gonna hear me, which is always nice. So yeah, we're getting some snow tonight. First snow of the season here in New Hampshire, and I'm very excited, like giddy excited about that. But it just feels so good to have it cool enough that I can wear my cozy knits and not sweat. So love that. All right, it's been really nice chatting, and I will talk to you soon.